Welcome back, everybody, to the New York Mets franchise, and we're going to move quickly here today, get into the month of May, get through April, and see where we stand. Right now at 5-5, so it's been a little slow to start off this season, so we're going to get through the first month, get into the month of May, and see how it is looking. Obviously, get into more scouting, and as this year's draft, I definitely want to make sure the draft works out a little better this year than last year. So let's get into it. Anthony Dobbins right now at only 50% scouted. I think we can keep him here. Maybe Gabe Pena as well. I think we keep those two guys. I definitely want to make sure, like I said, I hit the number one pick for sure. So we continue to move on. That was a good week for us. As now we'll get into week 3 of scouting. Like I said, we're going to go a little quicker here. We'll get into plenty of gameplay. Don't worry about that. So Dobbins is at 95%. Looks solid. They're saying draft rank at 41. It was normally 21 for ours. So ours is saying 41 based off our scout, and I trust our scouts for sure. And they're saying Pena is a number 8, so a top 10 pick. Looks solid. I mean, the speed is there. Stealing, fielding is okay. Maybe a solid hitter. Harry Trevino, we're going to take a look at as well. Right now, they have him at number 6, so we'll see what he's going to be like. He is an 80 to 99 potential. Depending how good he is, he may not be there. But Pena, we're just going to try to get the interest up a little bit. Keep him there. Gleyber Torres has 2 home runs. You know what? Let's jump into this game. Let's get the first gameplay. We got a little bit of rain going. Torres right now with 2 home runs in this game, looking for number 3. Average up to 247, so he's getting a little bit better. Obviously, a slow start, new team, as that is just an awful swing. A little bit awful. When you jump in these games, your first game plays of the day, and that's exactly what happens. Just an easy K, just not good at all. Strike 3, but hey, we pick up the win, beat Minnesota here, and let's go through this Cubs series. So we sweep Minnesota. Oh, looking pretty good. 5-game win streak. Take the first 2 against the Cubs. Nimmo has a 13-game hit streak, trying to keep that alive. Why not? Let's jump in there. Cubs with a 6-4 lead. Maybe we can start a rally here, keep the winning streak going, maybe sweep the Cubs here. Let's see if we can do this with Brandon Nimmo, who has been the best hitter on this team, no doubt. All-Star game, MVP last year. So that's pretty cool. We can put that on there, and obviously he's going to be around for a little bit in this franchise. No doubt about it with the contract. He is obviously signed. 1-2 to Nimmo, and strike 3. Looked a little bit low, but it hits the spot. Strike 3, so the hit streak will not continue, and the winning streak will not continue. So not a good start here for gameplay-wise. I'll just say that. So we'd lose, actually split. It was a 4-game series with Chicago. Split with them, but take the first 2 against the Dodgers. So now Pena's interest is up to 37%. They're saying at number 5. So they're saying he's a top 5 pick according to our scouts. And Harry Trevino, I mean, they have high end for him as well. You can see that pitch velocity looking fantastic. 92 to 97, so we'll see. Lee Deal. Now we're going to go a little bit later on, try to get those mid-round picks. We'll take a look at him. Let's go maybe Zach Vogel, 65 to 99 potential starting pitcher. He's more of that second round area that we're looking at, 93 to 98. Let's take a look at Zach Vogel. Let's move him to the number 2 priority. And we'll continue with discovering some more prospects there. I think maybe, do we change that up a little bit? Let's go to let's go to outfield and international. How about that? All right, that's week 4 of scouting. Lee Deal and Vogel. As we lose the final game there against the Dodgers, now we move into the series with the Astros. And we'll take the first game, lose the second game, and third game. So we're 19-13 right now, 4 games back of the Phillies. Braves with a tough start right now at 17-15, but that team is way too talented. They'll be right up there, so just a bad start. Let's go through the month here. Anybody really killing it? Anybody just, 293 with 6 runs. That's not really, giving me anything. But Drew Gilbert, 348 average while driving in 20. So obviously, and Derek Yeager, our draft pick, 1.39 ERA. He is killing it. I mean, 0 ERA over 3 1/3 innings. I don't think that's really, doing anything. But Max Fried pitching really well, 2.74 ERA. Walker Buehler with a 2.95. Adrian Hauser is struggling, and Sean Manaea is just okay. But he is a number 5, so I don't know how much you can really get out of it. But Drew Smith with a 6.52, 1.97 whip. That's not cutting it at all. Thielbar's kind of struggling. Sewald and Diaz are killing it. So let's go down. Minor league. Soto not bad so far. Parker Messick with a 2.21, 1.15 whip. He is pitching very well down in AAA. So is Kranick. He might be the first guy that gets kind of the call up. I think just the veteran guy. Ben Brown's struggling since we brought him down. He is not taking that move very good. Yohan Ramirez looking pretty well, because if we move down Drew Smith, we're going to have to bring up somebody in the pen for sure. So Ramirez might be that guy. Let's go down to Double-A. Allen killing it. Yeah, Derek Yeager just, man. Same with Blade Tidwell. Christian Scott's pitching outstanding. So these guys in Double-A are killing it right now. Bullpen maybe not, but hey, if your guys are pitching that well, they're probably going deep into ball games. You don't really have to worry about the bullpen. I mean, Lavender hasn't allowed anything. Ziegler with a 1.17 ERA. We're going to move toward Francisco Lindor to the 3 spot. So that's the lineup change I talked about last time. Kind of, Lindor does hit 3 in real life, so we're going to do that at 3 right there with Nimmo. Gleyber Torres is still hitting 234, so the average is not there. 269 average for Lindor, only 5 home runs. So the power not really there. Brooks Lee hitting 303, Alvarez 235 average. Bader right now struggling at 219. Brett Beatty struggling at 218. And Ronnie Mauricio is having a really good season, hitting 307. Look at Mark Vientos. I mean, he's hitting over 400. And yeah, Luis Angel Acuna, you know what? I think there's a possibility we probably send him down. He is just struggling, where Drew Gilbert's hitting 337 down here. So that's what happens when you send these guys down, or they're down here in AAA and they're kind of like almost about major league ready. You can't just leave them down here forever. I mean, when you're hitting like 330 down here and you're a solid fielder as well, there's a good possibility that we might have to move him up. Anybody down here in Double-A just killing the ball. And JT Schwartz not bad, hitting over 300. Really nothing crazy there. But Leon Pena leading us with home runs with 5, so that's cool to see. But you know what? We're going to move up Drew Gilbert for sure. Let's move him up to the big league squad. Just killing it down there. So you have to bring him up because Bader is struggling at the moment. I know he brings the glove as well, but we need to bring the bat. Do we just send down Jerks and Profar? Obviously, we got to make a roster move here with moving up Drew Gilbert. And it's going to be Acuna. I think we're going to have to send him down. He's struggling right now at a 183 average. I know it's only been 60 at bats. I think we'll move him down, get him more bats down there in AAA, see if he starts to kill it down there. Because if he starts to kill it, it's going to be the same thing as Drew Gilbert. You're going to have to just bring him back up, make a move. But right now, I'm seeing the problem we might have. We're having some guys kind of just stuck there because a lot of positions just aren't available at the moment. And, maybe a position available there, the guy's hitting the ball well, like Ronnie Mauricio. If he wasn't hitting the ball well, I mean, there's a possibility that Acuna stays, or, a guy like Owen Casey can be moved up, James Wood. But right now, he's killing the ball, so there's just no reason to make any moves right now. But we'll have to continue to look at Brett Beatty because he is struggling. But let's get into this game here against the Padres. Get into the first game here of the day. Probably will. I don't know if it'll be the only game. Maybe. But right now, facing this Padres team, Walker Buehler on the mound. That's going to get down for a base hit. Padres, so far not too bad. You're playing that division with the Dodgers, so you're always going to have a tough time. But, you got Xander Bogaerts. Gallo's actually hitting 304. Joey Gallo is hitting 304. And look at Jason Hayward. A career resurgence, hitting 333. As Bogaerts is going to rip that into right field for a base hit. So you're going to have first and third with one away here in this first inning. But Gallo's hitting 304. That is something else. Fouls this one away. So they are getting some really good play from these two guys. That's the Joey Gallo, though, that I know. Swing and a miss, strike 3. But here comes Jason Hayward. Man. Yeah, like a career resurgence right here in San Diego. Hitting 333 so far. 0-2, swing and a miss for strike 3. So Walker Buehler gets out of the jam in the first. Michael King on the mound for the Padres with a 5.13 ERA, 1.38 whip. So maybe we can get to him. See if we get this offense rolling. 2 away now in this first inning. Here comes Francisco Lindor to the plate with a 1-0 count. Pitch from King. Lindor gets a little bit into it, but just a tad bit late. I don't know if that's going to have enough carry yet. It's not. Easy fly ball out there to left to end the first. So Jay Cronenworth to the plate, and he's going to rip this one. That is going to get down for extra bases. Nimmo up with the throw, gets it in there, but that is going to be a leadoff double here to start off the second inning. So far, Buehler not having a hard time finding the bats. And Salas is going to draw a walk as well. So, I mean, there you go. First and third once again, second inning in a row with one away. So, can we get out of another jam here in the second inning? Maybe get a ground ball, get a double play, or get a K. We could take it 1-2. And that's exactly what we're going to get. Nice, nasty slider there on the outside half. Just unhittable. It looks like a fastball, just great movement. Strike three. Let's see if we can get Kim here, and we can for strike three. So back-to-back Ks to get out of that first and third jam here in the second inning. And Walker Buehler is pumped here in the second. He is pumped. So here comes Brooks Lee to the plate. 303 average, 389 on base. And, well, he'll get on again here. As that's ripped down the line, that'll be two for sure. Brooks Lee on his way to second base, and there we go. All right, a one-out double now in the second inning. Trying to get some run support for Walker Buehler because right now he's gotten a bit of trouble here the last couple innings. So, it might be the Padres might be due here, that's for sure. So here comes Drew Gilbert to the plate. Can he maybe knock in Brooks Lee, get an RBI? Here, great fielder, great arm, just works on the hitting, but he was killing it down in AAA, so let's see if he can bring that up here. 2-2 count now to Gilbert. Pitch from King. And that is going to be a fair ball. Gilbert is going to be there down at first base, so won't come through with a hit here. Still nothing on the board for either team as we head to the third as Joey Gallo to the plate. Swings through that one. 2-2 pitch. And Gallo goes down again there. Pretty much the same pitch he struck out on in the first. That's already the fifth K for Walker Buehler, so they might be getting hits, but he is striking guys out as Jason Hayward to the plate, and he'll take the pitch there for a strike. 1-2 to Hayward. Down the line, and that's not going to be playable, or, well, you know what I mean. It's going to get through for a base hit, but runner can only advance to second base, so the hit there. So once again, another runner in scoring position. Jake Cronenworth to the plate. He'll take the strike there. So Cronenworth, dangerous hitter, 1-1 pitch to him. And he flies this one to left. Nimmo is there, and we will take it. So once again, Walker Buehler strands another runner in scoring position. Still nothing on the board as we head to the bottom half of the third. And here comes Ronnie Mauricio to the plate. Works it to a 3-2, and he rips this one, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Good to see, obviously last year, or the year before, missing with the ACL. So he pretty much missed the entire season last year. Came back in September, didn't really get his feet underneath of him. No pun intended really there. I know it's a knee, but you know what I mean. But he's just the first full season getting back to that stride. It's great to see him hit the ball well. As Mark Vientos is getting some playing time, hitting well like that, but he's going to pop this one back up to the plate. It's going to be playable, and there is out number one here in this third inning. But, I guess it's a good problem to have. I was talking about earlier, a guy like Mauricio and guys, young guys in positions, they got to be held back because that's a 5-4-3 double play, so that'll end our third. But I guess it's a good problem to have. We probably will have to make a decision at some point. Really, if I look ahead, I'm thinking that this team, I think, can compete. We definitely have a talented team to compete, as that's going to be a one-out walk here in this fourth inning to get a runner on board for the Padres. But it's going to be those 4 and 5 starters, I would think. We're going to have to probably figure that out. As Buehler, can we turn a double play here? And we can! Inning-ending double play in the fourth. All right, nice job there. The 1-6-3 double play. Let's head to the bottom half of the fourth inning. But that's going to be the question, really. As Gleyber Torres is going to ground out here to third base, but the throw is going to be a little bit off. It can't be handled there at first base. So he will be on, definitely an E5 with the throw. But the 4 and 5. And the question is, if you want to pick up Are you looking for a, big time starter to really have a dominant rotation to kind of compete with these NL teams, which we probably will have to? If you're trying to find a 4 guy, you won't have to give up much. But obviously, if we're looking like as a big time, guys, a misplay there at third again. The throw the first time, now it's on the ground, and man, having a rough inning, back-to-back errors, and that's, should have been 2 away. Now we definitely got to take advantage here. As McNeil rips that one, that's going to get down for a base hit. Gilbert will score. Lindor on his way to third base will take advantage of the errors, and we'll get the first run on the board here in the 4th. Yeah, if you're getting that lucky with 2 straight errors, you got to definitely take advantage. And Jeff McNeil, he's definitely not going to hit many home runs, but he is an unbelievable hitter. And, well, speaking of home runs, that's what Francisco Alvarez just seems to do every time he comes to the plate, especially when we're playing these games. Pitch to Alvarez, and they're going to say, are you serious? They're going to say he went there for strike 3. I don't think I buy that one. Wow, didn't even check. Just straight said strike 3. He went. All right, well, okay. All right, Drew Gilbert, here you go. Another chance. Base hit, gets a run in, and he swings through that circle change. 1-1 from King, and this one gets away. Lindor coming to the plate, and he's going to score. A disastrous inning on the field for the Padres. 2 errors and a passed ball leads to both runs. Unbelievable. Still have a chance here as Gilbert just a little bit late on that slurve inside. That's a pitch to hit. Just a little bit late. Fly out, ends the inning. But hey, we'll take 2, really give us runs for the 2-0 lead. As Walker Buehler trying to complete 5 innings. Right now at pitch number 81. They have been working him in this game. Just trying to get through 5. Get that chance for the victory. As this one is belted to left. Nimmo going back. Will he have a chance? And it's going to be out of here. So the Padres answer back with a run of their own here as Kim knocks this one out of the yard. 2-1 game. And hopefully Walker Buehler can get through 5. Man, I tell you what, there has been, no matter what, I don't always mess with sliders. I mean, sometimes I feel like in this game, if you mess with sliders, you just tempting to do weird things. This game does play pretty well to begin with. You just got to get the difficulty down. But man, foul frequency, that might have to change. Because the CPU, I mean, I know I'm a legend pitching. I understand that. They just foul off left and right as Brandon Nimmo is going to get us right back to a 2-run lead. Absolute bomb here in the 5th inning with 2 away. That one was crushed. Well out of here. The Big Apple can get up there, get some showtime. 434, 111 exit velo, 8th of the season for Nimmo, and gives us that 2-run lead back. But yeah, the CPU with fouling the ball. I mean, I'm cutting it out of the footage here, but trust me, I don't do quick counts or anything, as Lindor's going to swing through. So I'm all full go. Full every pitch I'm playing here when I play these games. I don't do quick counts. And when they're fouling balls off left and right, as look out Lindor, he's going to take one almost to the dome. But man, they just foul away everything. It's tough, no doubt about it. 3-1 lead. Can McNeil add to it? Had a base hit or RBI single earlier. Might have one here as well. Up the middle. We're going to send the runner home. Here comes the throw. In there, safe, just beating it is Gleyber Torres, and McNeil comes through again. Another RBI single, 4-1 lead. As Brooks Lee's going to end this inning, but we'll take 2 runs on the board. The Nimmo solo shot. Nice job for McNeil on the RBI single. And we got to go to the bullpen and bring in Caleb Thielbar. Now, righties are killing him right now at 304. So we just got to take care of these lefties, but Jackson Merrill just rips that one up the middle. I mean, goodness. Just crushed for a single. Luckily for us, it stayed on the ground. So here comes Salas to the plate. And he'll swing through that slurve. Kept up a little bit too much, more than I wanted to see. 3-2. And that one's down the line. That's going to be a fair ball. Merrill will be on his way to third base. Nimmo doesn't play it very well. They're going to send the runner home. Here comes the relay from Lindor. The play at the plate, and he's gunned down. We had one like that last time where Alvarez dropped it, doesn't drop it this time. Gun down at the plate, so 2 away now here. That was close. Oh, man, that is so close. I think he just got the hand before he could touch the plate there. So saves the run, saves the inning, still a 4-1 lead. And now Francisco Alvarez, hey, not a home run, but it's an extra base hit here to start off this 6th inning, trying to add to this lead, get as many runs as possible, because we have seen some blown saves here before and tough times here. You never know later in the innings. You just never know what can happen. 0-2. And that is going to be a jam right over to first base. Easy play, out number 3. So Alvarez stranded there at second base. And now Paul Sewald's going to come out of the bullpen. He has been fantastic. ERA just over 2. He has been great here, trying to keep this as a 3-run lead. Maybe Diaz in the 9th if he can't get anything. Up the middle. Lindor over. He's got it as Gallo is going to go down, as we're seeing more of a realistic Joey Gallo, that's for sure. Not a Joey Gallo that's hitting 300. That's for sure. I couldn't believe it to see that average. As Hayward's going to pop this one up. Alvarez underneath of it. Should be an easy play. He's got it there for out number 2. So 2 away here in this 8th inning. As here comes Jake Cronenworth to the plate. Trying to have a quick 1-2-3 in this 8th inning. He'll take the pitch there for a strike. Nice movement there on that sinker. And now 2-2. Sewald gets him. Strike 3. 1-2-3, 8th inning. I mean, he's fantastic. He has been absolutely outstanding, as Edwin Diaz is going to come into the game here, try to get this save at a 4-1 lead. We've only blown that 1, so he's 11 out of 12, 1.42 ERA, having a great season once again, all-star season, as this one is ripped there by Jack Sermelo to the left, but Nimmo is there for out number 1. As Salas is going to come to the plate here. 1 for 1 so far in this game. He has reached pretty much every time. As this one is going to just get out of play. All right, 1-2 count. Pitch from Diaz. Fouls away another one. Just as I was saying earlier, I mean, these really like on the edge pitches, they're just fouling away left and right. He's going to look at that one though. 100 miles an hour, right at the high, triple digit, strike 3. See you later. 2 away now in this 9th inning, and chance to end this one, get a victory. As the slider inside. But 1-2. Slider away. Ground ball. Brooks Lee is up with it. Over to first base. Out number 3. And that is going to be a victory. 4-1. When really the 2 runs we got earlier were both from those errors in that inning. We'll take advantage. Good victory. Good pitching outing. I mean, Buehler only goes 5, I understand. But strikes out a lot of guys. Clutch hitting in the bullpen definitely comes through. That big play there. The relay Nimmo to Lindor to gun him down to the plate was really the big one. So let's get into the scouting 5 lead deal. So he's at 50% right now. He's dropping off a little bit at a 104 rank. You know what? I'm fine leaving that there. Let's just go someone new. Zach Vogel, on the other hand, at 50%. Could be going up. That velocity looks good. Hits per 9. Let's continue to scout on him and see what he's up to. And we're going to look at Joe Sousa. I mean... Wow. That is a lot of good stuff if it turns out to be that way. I don't know if he'd be there, but we're going to take a look at him. I wish he would drop to us, but I don't think so if that turns out to be that way. But we'll look at those 2 guys. That'll be up for week number 5 of scouting. So, the last thing that I want to do here today is go down to AAA, because there's a couple guys. I mean, obviously I want to see some of the guys down here in AAA, but Owen Key, James Wood. Those are the 2 big guys right now that I want to take a look at. Because they're probably the next 2 guys on the list that have a real chance of being called up. Same with this guy, Max Kranick. At 3-1 down here, 2.56 ERA, whip under 1, strikeout to walk ratio looking pretty good. So, I mean, I want to see a lot of guys down here. And we're going to get through. We're going to just show some highlights here of this minor league game. But, man, I mean, Casey, we made that trade last year with the Cubs. James Wood, that surprise trade in the offseason for Jet Williams, kind of trading prospect for prospect. Those 2 guys really have a chance. Now, I know in the outfield, with Bader struggling, we just brought up Drew Gilbert. You know, is there really any room with Nimmo in left and you got McNeil in right? But, man, you got the DH. These guys can crush the ball. So there's a real chance that these guys could be brought up, especially if you're killing it. Now, Casey is only hitting 235 down here. as this one a little bit underneath of it. And that'll be out number 2 here in this first inning. So it looks like he needs more work at the moment. Tons of power, tons of potential. But James Wood, 284. He's got 8 home runs right now, leading this team. So, I mean, excellent fielder. He could be next year to list. We'll see how it continues. We'll see. As, man, that is just roped off the bat. Man, that is a lot of power. What was that, 104 exit velo? That's going to score a run, and Wood's going to be on his way to third base. He's going to slide in there with an RBI triple here in the bottom half of the first inning. Off a really good pitcher. And Max Meyer, I mean, he is a top prospect. There's no doubt about it. So that is a major league pitcher hitting off of. As Owen Casey's, we head now to the 6th. He's going to rip that for a double. So that's the power we're seeing from Casey, as that's his 5th double. But yeah, it's a major league type pitcher. As we're moving through this a little bit quickly, like I said, just trying to really see 2 top guys in Casey and James Wood. You know, I'm not going to show every at bat. Don't want to see the rough out at bats. You'll see him every once in a while, like this one for strike 3. As Wood only that 1 for 3 with the triple. So we head to the 8th inning. That's the only run we've scored this entire ball game. So, but James Wood could be our next guy. That could be like the trade, the steal of this franchise. Is, man, just a tad bit in front of that one, in front of the 93. Sometimes when you see so many guys throwing 98, you see even a guy throw like 94, and it's just, you're so out in front, as that is absolutely just crunched to the gap. We're seeing the power. We're seeing the hitting here from James Wood. He comes in with a double, but yeah, that could be the steal, because I've looked at Jet Williams down with the Nats in AAA, and he's not really doing anything right now. Obviously, still a top 5 prospect in the big leagues. They've moved him up, I believe, to number 2 or 3, but still, that is, I think the trade's kind of working in our favor, as Ryan Clifford's going to fly out there to right field, another guy with huge powers. We're going to lose this game, but just wanted to go real quick just to see those 2 guys. And you know, I saw James Wood, man. The power off the bat. Kranick gets the loss. Didn't pitch that badly, but good to see at least some damage from Owen Casey and James Wood, as we will take 3 or 4 from San Diego. 2-game series with Tampa Bay is going to be a split. That's going to put us at 23-15, as we'll stop it here with a 3-game series against Atlanta. They're a half game back of us. They're starting to improve a little bit. Like I said, for sure, they're going to be there. But that will do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the support. I really do appreciate it. You guys are absolutely fantastic. Hit that like button, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.